All right, everybody. Well, hey, hope everybody's doing well this Wednesday evening. Welcome to the Podcasters live stream. We try to do these webinars pretty much every Wednesday night if we can, unless something's going on with a holiday or a bigger event we're not able to make it. But honored to have you guys here. I think this is our 7th or 8th one that we've done, and then great to see people join us from all across the country. But once again, I'm Scott Carson. I'm the host of the Note Closer Show podcast, Note Night in America, and also the special purpose Note Camp podcast, with all focused on real estate and on the niche of distressed debt investing. But I decided to start these podcasters live streams because I wasn't seeing a lot of regular content and useful stuff out there. Don't get me wrong, there's plenty of great groups that share nuggets with comments and questions being asked. I think it's a great thing. But we have done a really good job over the last decade of really being in the marketing side of things. And so I found that there weren't always a lot of things that were useful on a regular basis. So we have started to do these webinars and excited at the growth of it, excited that people are watching it and the feedback we're getting from those out there. So it's always a different little topic. Last week we had podcaster Thomas Olmstead on again, talking about how to kind of dominate using your podcast. Tonight's topic is a little bit different, but before we get into that, I want to share some things. First, big shout out. I want to give a big thanks to Podcast Business Journal for helping to promote these. And Ed over there at his whole team at PBJ does a really great job. So if you aren't subscribed to Podcast Business Journal, do so. It's free, great articles, great topics. I've got some friends that write regular for them on a regular basis, and we'll probably Ed been twisting my arm to start a regular column in Podcast Business Journal about marketing and things like that. So we'll have one come up. Big shout out, thanks to those guys over there. If you were at Podcast Movement a couple weeks ago, he's a guy walking around with a yellow, very fit suntan guy who knows his stuff. But check it out, podcastbusinessjournal.com. We do have an event coming up here in just over 30 days. I want to let you guys too. We've talked about our kind of masterminds. We've got the Mass Media Mastermind that's taking place in Orlando, September 30th and October 1st. And why is this important? Well, September 30th is International Podcast Day. I didn't know if you guys knew that. It's International Podcast Day. And so we're kind of putting together, well, not kind of, we are putting together a 2-day mastermind for podcasters actually doing it. Not people that want to start a podcast, but people that actually have a podcast, whether it's video, audio, or both. We're going to be doing it in Orlando at the Coronado Springs Resort there at Epcot. It's 2 days with roughly 50 plus serious podcasters. And this is not it's not an event. It's not a summit. It's not going to have 20 speakers over 2 days. Well, technically we'll kind of 50, but what I'm getting at is it's truly a roundtable mastermind. And we've got kind of a itinerary online, but we're going to go through best practices for 2 days. Hey, what's working? What's not working? What are you doing a little bit differently? What tools are you using to grow your audience, to add sponsors, or to monetize and leverage your podcast? Okay, really talking about podcrafting, the trade craft and things that we're all struggling with, all want to see grow. And so it's really nice because we're bringing together a mixed group of different types of podcasters, people in the fitness, people in the podcast production, entrepreneurship, legal, fitness, marketing, real estate, pets, animals. We've got just got a really great group of people. Like I said, it's a Monday, Tuesday, 9 to 5. We're really excited to change the pricing a little bit, just make it $250 per person, make it affordable. And everybody I've talked to is like, oh, that's really great. That's affordable and well worth it. And we think it might end up being one of the most popular things people have done this year for their podcast and or their business if their podcast is a big part of it. There's a room block that expires on the 30th of September. We're at Coronado Springs. Steph's worked really hard at that. And so we've got some rooms available. Really would love for you guys, if you're interested, to get signed up for it. You can go to podcastmm.com. It's PODCAMP, capital M.com. That link will take you to the website and get signed up there. But honestly, September 3rd is International Podcast Day. Where else would you rather be than in the magical world of Disney with really 50 other serious people doing some things? And we're celebrating something that night with our own VIP dessert party there in Epcot. Red carpet, out to celebrate not only International Podcast Day, but actually the last time that they're going to be hosting illuminations there in Epcot before they change up their fireworks display. So that's the last night. They've got it. Open bar and stuff like that. We've got some costs along the way too for 2 days, but that's why we're keeping it affordable at $250 per person. There is additional costs for rooms there, but we're really, really excited. PodcampMM.com. Would love for you guys to get signed up before Friday so we can get your room blocks off. I think your room blocks are right at $219, right at the 200 mark there. But it's close, convenient. I think you should stay there on site so you can walk to it versus having to take an Uber back and forth and spend just as much money if you were to stay there to begin with. So I'd love to have you. Obviously, if you're in Orlando or driving there, you don't need a room. But we have people coming from all across the country: California, Utah, Washington State, New York, Florida, obviously Texas, and really looking forward to a fun time there for 2 days, and really just focused on trying to kick butt, put some good things in place for the last 2 months of the year, or the last 3 months of the year, and then really dominate 2020. Somebody asked me earlier here if anybody's heading to San Diego September 16th to the 18th. Our good buddy Steve Olsher, who runs New Media Summit, has his event there. It's 3 days, Monday through Wednesday. In the golly, I forget the hotel. I think it's at Torrey Pines. But he's got a great event. We're honored to be going back to that. I'm actually honored to be a icon of influence for the third time. So looking forward to hanging out with 100, 150 people that want to get booked on podcasts or get booked on things. 100 people want to get booked, and then 40 to 50 of icons of influence and hanging out with some friends there. So Steve does a really great job. But Steph and I will both be there for all 3 days, plus the fourth day, which is the Icon Mastermind. So I'm glad to be a part of that. But anyway, tonight's topic is about tools to help you dominate, okay? Tools to help you dominate your podcast. And, we're getting into the end of August. The year's 2/3 of the way done. And one of the things that I love, and it's part of the reason we're doing the Mass Media Mastermind, everybody together, is I think there's a lot of great conferences out there for brand new people, and they focus on, hey, what to do to get started or what to do to get things rock and rolling. But I get most of my tools and most of the great things that have really helped me grow my show, grow my podcast, my audience, has come from spending time with other people that are doing it, other people that have been around for a while. And so I'm really honored that they've shared, and I've helped them as well with different topics and things along the way. And so tonight's topic is kind of 10 tools that have helped me dramatically in the last year, 2 years, 3 years to connect with my audience and do some other things. I think you guys will enjoy, and gals will enjoy what we're talking about tonight. So you can take notes if you want. I'll throw this slide up on SlideShare for everybody, but I think you guys will really enjoy it. So victory, we're all looking to victory. Johnny Drama there, right? Grow our podcast, add more sponsors. So these are the top 10 things that when I've been sitting back, we use a lot of different tools, but these are the things that I think have helped us dramatically, exponentially really grow our audience to reach 400,000 downloads and a bunch of other great stuff here. Calendly.com is probably one of the most important tools that we use. And why is that? That sounds kind of weird. Well, I know many of you guys have very busy schedules like I do, and I like having a place where I can get everything I need in the podcast, what I love about Calendly is it allows me to schedule and time block my schedule for specific things. Like if I'm doing a podcast, I can schedule and put a schedule for, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. or 11 a.m. Or in the afternoons, 3 to 4. All right. And I can block that out. If somebody wants to be on my podcast, I can send them a link and they can look and find a time that works well for them. Plus, the fact is, it gives me all their info. I can add and take away from it. Most people just put the first name, email, and phone number. I'm like, whoa, you can add all this other stuff. Like we collect their social media handles, we collect their bio or a link to their headshot and a link to their headshot. Things that like to be introduced as. It gives me a lot of great information that I can go back to. That I don't have to hunt and peck, look for it in an email. I can go straight to Calendly and find all that stuff. So it makes it easier in the production stuff to have it in one spot. It also, you can set up your reminders. So if somebody receives a text message or an email from somebody, how often they do it, 24 hours out, an hour out. You can actually set up the Zoom link. You can put the link in the reminders if you're going to use the same link to record on. That comes in really handy, so they won't have to go to one spot to really find that information. So that's really valuable, and it's free, right? my time's valuable. So I run on 5 different Calendly schedules. I have them all blocked out. And a great thing I just did a couple of weeks ago, I had my Note Camp commercial online boot camp for 3 days. So I actually use Calendly for the speakers to pick out their times and slots. You can maximize it to 15 minutes, 30, 45. You can do a custom amount. So I was like an hour 50. I was able to set my hour 15 increments and then a 15-minute break using Calendly, and it made it so much easier to put everybody's, hey, just go to this link, book your slot, book your time slot now, and all the information. So I had a place to go where I had their links to their presentation, to their emails, to their websites. Oh, it was such an easier way of scheduling things. So I was really, really excited about that. All right. Calendly, as you're adding guests, as you're booking people on, this is something you should definitely use. And I actually start to get frustrated now. Somebody doesn't have a link to use. And there's other ones like Meet.me you can use that are really cool. But I think Calendly is an easy one to use right off the bat. We use it in our links. It's actually in part of my signature. I use it with students. I use it if somebody wants to communicate with me and talk with me. I'll shoot them a Calendly link and we'll pick out a time that works on the schedule. Like I was just on the phone a second ago. I was somebody who's listened to the podcast and they opted in on my website for some more information. Well, when I saw that they opted in, I immediately sent them a text message. Said, hey, hi, Raphael. I did a short little video, and I said, hey, here's a link. Let's schedule some time to talk. And he booked a time slot immediately to visit with me, which is really, really cool. And I know that you guys, with your listeners and your audience members out there, it's a really great tool, not only using your podcast, but also a great way to connect and also kind of organize your schedule for you. Any questions about Calendly before we move on? How many of you guys that are watching this right now have some sort of a scheduling tool? Are any of y'all using Calendly right now? Michelle is. I know. I've been on yours. AH, Antonio, Becky, Jill Boy, Joe, Lily, Lucy, Sandy, Stephen, Wayne. Okay. It's a great tool to use. I mean, you don't have to use if you, no, not currently. Acuity. Okay, that's a good one, Lucy. Yeah. It's a great one too. But it's a great way to maximize your schedule too. So especially like if you're going to an event, here's a thing too. I've used this in the past when I was going to an event. I actually, if I was going like a Friday, Saturday, Sunday event, I actually created a calendar link just for that event, and I did 30-minute increments. And so that, hey, let's schedule some time to talk. Let's schedule some time to talk. Okay, worked out really good for people. Joe says, I'm not using anything currently, but I have been looking for something to make my life easier. This will make your life a whole lot easier, Joe. Trust me. I love it. It's helped me out tremendously. Okay. And what the heck? I'll pull this up here for you guys to see real fast. Let me get out of here and I'll share my screen because I actually have it up here. If the internet's not right, I'll kind of honky. So here you go. So that's the beautiful thing. New share here, Calendly link. Event types. So I've got different event types here. I have my Note Camp commercials I talked about, 1 hour, 15 minutes, one-on-one. But Wednesday live streams. I actually sent this out. I use this one when I send it out to guests to get on Wednesday night. It's like, hey, I'd love to have you on the Wednesday live stream. Pick a Wednesday night that works best for you. Okay. Distressed asset calls. I use this actually with one of the things that we do is I reach out to asset managers. And when I send an email out to them, hey, I'd love to schedule a quick 15-minute phone call with them. Not a half hour, not an hour, but 15 minutes, and it's one-on-one. Boom, they opt in. I got a phone number, and it's worked really well to engage in conversations with people, okay? 30-minute meetings, I use this as my coaching students. Anybody that wants to talk to me, student or client, boom, I'll give everybody 30 minutes. And then also, like I said, for my podcasting recording in the mornings or in the afternoons, and you can adjust the schedules good 60 days out, so it comes in really handy there for everybody, okay? So I use it. Use it religiously. It'll help you get organized, okay? Which is really nice. And it'll link into your Outlook and stuff like that. So that's a helpful thing too, because the last thing you want is 5 schedules to run off of, okay? The next one that we use a lot comes in with a lot of our images that we do. It's Canva, canva.com, relatively inexpensive. It's very cheap. Things like $12.99 a month for unlimited. Used to be free, and then all you do is pay for like $1 per image. I've got the basically free monthly thing, and then I just pay for images. But it is such a valuable tool. We're in it every day, whether it's myself or Shannon, who's my marketing person. especially for your podcast, as you create different episodes, you don't want the same thumbnail showing up. So, I mean, you have the same thumbnail if you're on iTunes or that stuff, I get it. But if you're using YouTube or promoting it on your social media channels or LinkedIn or whatever, you want to create specific episode artwork so it helps set it apart, okay? Michelle loves Canva. Yep, so do I. Absolutely love it. It's one of the best tools out there. Just as I've used Canva to make all my graphics and even overlay for my live streams. That's perfect. Great. Now you know what I'm talking about. I like using it because it's one of the better tools when it comes to the different social media websites. Like, you know, Instagram has one size square, Facebook has different size. But if you're going to use a YouTube thumbnail or a presentation, you can create one thing and hit a button or two to resize it and then just go and adjust it so it works across different platforms. I love it. I think it's really, really cool. It makes our stuff look really good. If you look at our YouTube channel, okay, and then also like LinkedIn. So if I go to my YouTube channel, I don't know if you can see this. So yeah, all right, I've got only one that doesn't have artwork on there. So all our thumbnails are all created in here. Works out really, really well. All of our marketing, all our stuff has all basically been used in Canva. And we'll import our own images and we'll also use, but very easy to do. I like the ability to share projects too. So if I create a logo, I'll give you an example. Like we're helping my trainer Thomas Nee with his podcast, and so we created a logo for him in Canva, but then we just shared that to him. So he has the ability to log in Canva, and we can share all the stuff that we've created for him. So if you're helping other people with stuff, you can just share to an email, and it'll send them an email, and they have that, be able to use that graphic, use that image as well. So love Canva. You've heard it here. Those that aren't using it, obviously there's other things you can use for images. All right, Pixabay. You know, there's a whole lot of different images stuff. And sometimes I've paid up to $50 for an image before. Or other times I'll pay $1, or sometimes I won't have to pay anything at all with Canva. That extra little step goes a long, long way. Because if you're using video specifically, God knows that YouTube or Vimeo or whatever you're using, Facebook will give you a stroke face. Okay? So I like creating images that look good, that talk about that topic. I mean, I always put my smiling face on there, but I like making sure that the topic shows up big so that people are scrolling, they don't have to squint to see what the topic is. They can see exactly who it is or what we're talking about, okay? And I've seen higher click-through rates on ones that have a great image on it than ones that have me with stroke face, okay? Another tool, number 4. Number 3 is liveleak.com. This is a really great thing. We're using it right now. Actually, no, I'm not using it for this right now. I usually use LiveLeak though with my podcast episodes. You know, so we'll go live streaming. LiveLeak will pick up. It links into your Facebook account, your personal, your business, or a multitude of pages, however you want to. And if it recognizes, like if I go live on my personal page, it'll realize it's a live video, and then it'll automatically share it to other pages I have that I want to. Okay. It'll also share it to other groups if I want to that I own or control those groups. Okay. That's a really valuable thing because we all know there's different people. Like my personal profile, I got 5,000 friends. On my business profile page is 33,000. So it's a great way to share and increase the boost on that, along with it also posting it to Twitter and LinkedIn that I'm going live with a link to the video. Okay. It's also very inexpensive. It's only $19 per month to get that to work. So if you've got multiple Facebook pages or you've got groups, personal, and so you have to go over and share, it'll automatically share it for you across those platforms. And so we see regular boosts on the video. It'll tell you the boost, but we see an increase of anywhere from being 100 to 400 to sometimes 1,000 people have watched the video. And that's what it's all about, getting eyeballs on that. But LiveLeap is a really cool thing because we do share our videos either live, or another tool that I'll share later on will have it automatically share it. It'll upload it like we're there. It's called Restream. We'll get to that later on. But LiveLeap will pick that up, and I have it set up. Hey, anything you shared, whether it's live or reshared, it can automatically share it across the board. So that's really valuable. Repurpose.io. Oh my gosh, my buddy Hani out of Montreal has an amazing tool. This is such a great tool. It shares Facebook videos to YouTube. Or you can set different things up to share your videos off of Facebook to YouTube, to a Dropbox file folders, different ways you can share it. But this saves us a ton of time, hours wise, okay? And the great thing that he's done is it actually set it up so if you share your video to your Facebook business page, business account, Facebook will go out there and automatically create captions. And you can set up the settings so that you can create custom videos, either the square videos that work well for like Instagram or Instagram TV, or the, you know, the not the horizontal one, but the vertical videos that work for Instagram Live or your Facebook stories, and that which shows the captions coming across it. You only got to hit a couple buttons for it to work, but it create the header and the captions. It is such a cool tool. We've only been able to play around with it for a little bit. I mean, I've been using Repurpose for years with just a straight autoloader to YouTube and other places, but the whole new using captions and then creating those things is brand new. Just in like the last month and a half. And I've just only had a chance to toy around with it, but I love what it does. You can pick the colors and what you want the font to look like. Oh, call to actions in your videos too. Really great stuff. Plus the captions aspect of it. And Repurpose, that's an arm and a leg. I'm just joking. It's $20 per month for you to use that with repurpose.io. And we're going to have Hani on. He was originally scheduled to be on next Wednesday, but he's taking another extra vacation with his family before the kids start in Canada. So good for him. We got him later on in September on as a guest, but just absolutely great guy. He spoke at Podcast Movement and had a really full session, and it's honestly great. These two tools right here, since I started doing them, using them a year and a half ago, huge amount of growth just attributed to those two tools. At $39 a month, it's well worth it just to help the be able to share it and then time saved and foot and download. I mean, I'll use Zoom for our videos most of the time, and to download a video can take 20, 30 minutes sometimes for it to redo. But with Repurpose, I can have it automatically upload. It'll recognize I go live on Facebook or on my Facebook groups, and I can have it automatically upload to YouTube if I want. Or I'll just go on there and click a few settings or manually, oh, I only want this one, I don't want this one. So such great tools. Anybody else using LiveLeap or Repurpose.io out there that they love that's watching tonight? It's just really good stuff. Okay, so helpful, because that's the thing is, guys and gals, people always ask me like, Scott, you've got your show going across everywhere, man, you must be reposting. I'm like, yeah, I am reposting, but we're using basically just a couple of tools to save us a lot of time and headaches that automatically set it up. Okay, Joe, yeah, if you're not using either one of them, but look them over, trust me, it's well worth the $39 a month to do that. Yeah, I understand most people are kind of budget mindset when it comes to their podcast. They don't want to fork out a lot of cash. I can get that, especially if you're it's a passion project or you're just brand new to it. But if you've got the groups, if you've got a strap time, trust me, it's easier just paying that $20 per month. It's cheaper than an assistant doing all the work for you, and it allows for you to get some stuff uploaded and done from there. Now the fact that they've got the whole Instagram and Facebook with the captions, that's worth a lot more money that people were charging a lot more to do. Okay. Reposting live videos when doing a live stream is a nightmare. I'm interested in live. Yeah, trust me, you'll want to look at both. You won't be, trust me, I'm not going to do you wrong on here, brother. I'm not going to do you wrong. Anyway, so let's move on. 5 and 6 to help me rule. LinkedIn. You're going to crack up about this, but LinkedIn, I really like LinkedIn. And you don't have to have the paid account. I have the free account. LinkedIn is such a great tool with us in marketing. We use it for a couple ways. It allows for you to find a lot of people in your niche. That's the beautiful thing, whether it's you're looking for somebody in your niche, of being able to connect with people in your niche. It would be possible great listeners to your show, your podcast, okay? And I'll show you a couple things here that we use with LinkedIn. You're going to love this, I think. Oops, hang on here. Come on. There we go, LinkedIn. So I'll give you an example. So we have two primary kind of niches on LinkedIn or in business, especially with the real estate side. So I'll spend some time on here, or I'll have my assistant spend some time on here if they got some built time. And we'll just type in and just say note investors. Okay. I should probably make it singular versus plural. Okay. Note investor. and I'll hit people. Okay. And you see 240,000 identify themselves as some sort of note investor. Okay. Some I need to connect with, but like Allison, I know, Joy, I know, Mark. There's a lot of people that I know, message because I'm connected with. But that's one of the things that you can do is I'll go connect with these note investors. Hey, I'm just trying to expand my note investors. Okay. Or somebody else, give me another niche, somebody out there. A real estate investor as well. And there's 330,000 identified with that. You can see message connect. I've already connected with a lot of people. Okay. Who's got a niche they like to talk about? What we can do is quick search for here real fast. Photographer business. Okay, so would a good one be named would be like photographers? Photographer. 1.6 million results to people. Professional photographer, 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 photographer. Wow, that's a bigger niche. Okay. Well, I would go on and just hit connect with people, say, hey, just wanted to connect with you. I run a podcast. If your podcast is on photography, I have a podcast on photography. Love it for you if you want to listen to it, subscribe. Okay. Easy thing to do with LinkedIn. Do that. You could also maybe find if there's some photography groups on here on groups and stuff like that too. Anybody else got another niche they want to look at? But think about it. 1.6 million people on LinkedIn identify themselves as a photographer of some sort. That's a pretty good market. It's a little bit bigger market than what I had there, right? Okay. But what you're not really hey, just connecting. I have a podcast. Would love for you if you listen to it. Easy. That's a simple thing you do from your smartphone. The free version works fine. You don't need to pay the upgraded version for it. But you want to make sure, though, that your profile is complete before you start reaching out to people, okay? Yeah, are you showing LinkedIn? Yes. Did I not see, do you guys not see that? Oh, no, you don't see that. Sorry. Thank you, Wayne. Here you go, photographer. New share here. So here you go. I typed in photographer, 1.6 million. Photographer business works great there. Okay, so let's do video production. Okay, video production. 3 million said they're in video production. Okay, there you go. You could spend out and connect with 20 people. Hey, I have a podcast and video production. Didn't know if you might be interested. Okay, or let's do this. Podcast hosts. 51,000 say some sort of either video production or podcast host or both. If you want to get booked into the shows, there you go. How do I get the million? One at a time, Lucy, one at a time of connecting with people and sending them an invite and connecting with them, talking with them. Hey, love to connect with you. I'm also a photographer, trying to expand my group. I have a podcast on photography. Boom, shakalaka. Okay. Great way to grow your audience that way. We've been doing this for years. I mean, I've got 16,000 connections that are primary realtors. Realtors or distressed debt, not realtors, real estate investors or note investors for the most part. Okay. Worth the price of admission. That was worth the price of admission for free for you. All right. Well, there's a couple other cool techniques. We're going to go through this at our mass media mastermind in Orlando the end of the month too. So Shay may want to check that out as a way to kind of, if you're interested, I'd love to have it. $250 per person, really cheap, plus your room and board, stuff like that. So, all right, let's move on here. New share. Let's go back to the PowerPoint. All right. All right. So there's groups out there you can find as well that are really good. Okay. And that's the free account. You don't need the paid account. The paid account will give you more in-mails, but what you have to keep in one thing about LinkedIn is it will only allow you to add people, especially if you got a newer account, only up to just like 10% of how many people you're connected with. But if you do it on your mobile app of LinkedIn, it'll let you keep going, and doing some more. So it's great. Up to 2,500 invites, basically, is the cap. Okay. Buffer.com. Oh my gosh, this is something that we use daily on a regular basis to pre-schedule our marketing posts. We take some of the images from LinkedIn, some of the show artwork, the videos, and share them across different platforms. And we pre-schedule these things out. So I know, like right now, I think in an hour, Shannon has stuff set up every night at 7 to 8 o'clock for automatically to post, to share something. It automatically shares it to Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter. Okay. by going in there and setting up. Now, Buffer, you can have the free version, which will allow you to do a couple things, but the paid version is a little bit better because with you can get 8 social accounts and 100 posts a month, or is it 1,000? I think it's supposed to be 100 posts a month. But we pay basically $15 a month. We've got 8 different social accounts. You can do 100 posts a month. That's roughly 3 posts a day. All right. You can go with a little bit more expensive version, but for most of you, initially, that's all you need is just in the original version, 8 social accounts. Think about it. Facebook, your personal, Facebook business, your Instagram account, LinkedIn, Twitter, Pinterest, and if you have a business or podcast episode, Instagram account besides your personal thing. That's plenty there for you. There's a few more that'll post, but those are the ones that we primarily do. But we do that. We pre-plan our marketing 30 days. Hey, what are you posting? What times? Let's add this. Let's take away that, and go from there. And so it's really easy to use. And $15 a month, it just makes us look like we're some people are like, man, Scott, you must be constantly posting. No, we use Buffer. Okay. Here's tool number 7 is Restream.io. Now, I talked about this briefly about Lively. Now, one of the things that we do a lot of video, and I know that some of you guys are doing video with it, and maybe you don't want to go live immediately. Maybe you want to take it off a little bit and maybe do it where you just record it, then have it go live at a better time, because maybe you're doing it at a time that peak people aren't watching. Okay, like maybe you're doing it early in the morning, or you're doing the weekends, and you're batch recording your videos, your interviews. So Restream, great tool that allows for you to schedule live streams across different platforms. Or if I wanted to, I could do a Restream live and incorporate in from YouTube, Facebook, my personal business accounts. I could do Periscope through Twitter. So as people are commenting on that live video across different platforms, you'll see them in real time in one database. I use Restream more so to reschedule other episodes or rebroadcast episodes. So I'll give you an example. We were on vacation a couple of weeks. I uploaded 25 videos. We pre-scheduled, recorded a bunch of videos, a bunch of episodes, and I don't want my Facebook account to drop off of. So what we did is, okay, every day at 10 a.m., we're going to have video number 1 go live on Monday, video number 2 on Tuesday, video number 3 on Wednesday. And I had to just log in. It's a little bit higher version, but not too much expensive to do that. It's just a cool thing. People were commenting. I could have spent time on the live video and answer the chat, but I pay the $19 a month thing. It allows for me to upload up to 25, 30 videos, and I can do 5 live events at a time. Now, I could increase that to more, but 5 is all I needed when I was traveling, because that was Monday through Friday. I'd log in Saturday and Sunday and take 5 minutes to swap out the videos and reschedule the new videos that went out there. And it's just an awesome thing to keep those videos rocking and rolling for you. Okay. Restream is great tool. Anybody out there using Restream or have used Restream before? Yes, no? Okay. They've got all sorts of things. You can use it with like gamers, and there's like 40 different things you can use to live stream. Twitch, if you're gamers or whatever. There's just so many different things out there. They're actually waiting. Once you get approved for a LinkedIn video, it'll allow for you to do it live stream, restreaming your videos through LinkedIn video as well too. Okay. Joe loves that. Benny, it's great. Exactly. That's awesome, man. I love Joe. I love that, man. Okay. Number 8 that we use quite a bit. This is kind of a new occurrence there that we've been playing around, and we're really starting to see this cool little feature. It's YouTube Community. Okay. And it's a new thing they added to your YouTube account. Because let me pull this up for you so you guys can see this. All right. New share. Highly encourage you all to subscribe to my channel. Okay. Click on your channel there. These are your videos. Home, videos, playlist, community. Okay. So I've got 2,500 subscribers. Well, I could post an update, and I have posted updates and take them down, keep them up, take them down. I could put a new video, a poll in there, even an image, or just a comment, or actually mention a channel in there. And the beautiful thing, this goes out to subscribers, so it's like an extra notice. Yeah, yes, when you upload a video, your subscribers are notified, but this is a great way to, I've used it, hey, what videos did you like the most? Or happy, 4th of July, like you see on here. I use it as a little bit extra community interaction. Keep it up, take it down, but it works out really, really well. Let's do this. Let me show you, I'll give you an example to my audience, because I'm taking my live videos for my podcast and I'm uploading to YouTube all the time. So let's see here, what day of the week? All right, so what day of the week do you watch most of your YouTube videos? And we'll click on a poll. We'll say Monday. All right, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Monday, Tuesday, what day of the week? Yeah, that's okay. And hit post. And it'll let people answer there, which is pretty freaking cool. All right. I didn't know it was just a 5. I thought it was maybe 7, but 5 is pretty good. What day of the week do you watch most of your videos? Okay. And that's another thing you do. Like, hey, what do you like? What topics would you like? Maybe put 5 topics down, and then that way you can see what your followers or your community likes the most, and then you can dictate what kind of episodes that they're really just doing, an episode or topic that people are going to follow. Okay. Easy to do, doesn't cost anything. It suddenly showed up about a month ago. Really kind of a cool thing. You see, I've posted images or uploaded video links. Did that before. It's just a cool little extra tool to increase engagement across the board. Okay. Anybody else using community or just didn't know about it? I know it's not like Restream or things like that, but I think it's just a cool addition that they've just added to do that, okay? One of the things I've done before is announcing new episodes. Hey, we got a new episode live, or especially the audio side. That's another thing. I'll take that up, and then I'll take it down. Put them on there. Hey, we've got a new episode available. You can listen to it directly here, and it takes them to my website. Okay, if you don't have a website, a specific website for your podcast, you always, take them to Apple, iTunes, or hey, I'd love for you to leave me a review. Might be a good one to put in your community. All right. Especially if you got people subscribed. Why not, right? Link surveys, images, and an audience is just like I talked about before there. And like I said, that's free. Your YouTube channel is free. Okay. Great, cool thing. I'm really kind of tickled with that when we've been playing around more with that, but I think it's a tool that we're going to use a lot more of it here in the 4th quarter, and really a lot in 2020 with announcing. Because we obviously do a lot of video, but every time we upload a video or upload something that we got going on, it's a cool thing, okay? Now, 9 and 10, I think you guys are going to like a lot as well. 9, Google Trends. I know that sounds kind of a funky tool, but Google Trends is free. It's an effective keyword searcher. So one of the things that we look at is what are we going to label our episodes, okay? One of my podcast episodes, my videos, and sometimes they'll have a little bit different title for the most part. And so I'll look in, type in, use Google Trends all the time, type and see what's trending, okay? It'll give me related queries, all right? I can check the last 12-month trend time for that keyword search. Like, some things will have a higher peak, and then they'll also have a downfall. Like one of the things I've discovered when I typed in real estate investing, it peaked the week before the 4th of July, but the day of the 4th of July was the lowest one in roughly a year. So I was like, let's make sure and not post anything on the 4th of July. Okay. It's free to use. And that's the beautiful thing. You can find good keywords to use. You can see what other related queries that people are searching for. So you can kind of use those keywords to make your title stronger, and also works well in the description, putting those related queries in to boost your videos, or boost, especially now that like Google Play is searching the audio, putting that in there. Great way to help you boost your trends and see if you're trending, okay? We got a question here. Lucy asks, how do you get to Google Trends? Okay. Very easy. You just type in Google Trends. I may even have it up here. Come on. Google Trends, okay? Google Trends, just click there. Emmy Awards, Jesse Combs, Joker, all right, Kevin O'Leary, Prince Andrew. You can see some of the names, okay? And then some of the searches have done well in the searches too. So all you do, let's type in here, podcasting. And you see there's peaks and valleys, okay? District of Columbia, New York, Idaho, Minnesota, Washington, doing some stuff there. Related queries, here you can go. Best headphones for podcasting, history of podcasting, best podcasting microphone, Anchor podcasting, podcasting 101, okay? You can see how it's kind of working out there for you and different topics to have, okay? Kind of a cool thing that way, right, everybody? Oh, hang on, sorry. I thought I shared it. Thank you. So typed in podcasting. Hang on here. You just go to Google Trends. Here, googletrends.com. What? Just do a search for Google Trends. There you go. Google Trends search. Donut. You can see how do you spell it, okay? Let's type in real estate investing. See what I mean about peaks and valleys? April 14th to the 20th, it dropped down there. Then it peaked back up, May 4th. Or right here, August 4th here, okay? July 14th, it took a dip roughly here, then it peaked July 28th, okay? And then you can see where at the related search. How to create wealth investing in real estate. Oh, okay. Grant Cardone, real estate investing app, long distance real estate investing Reddit, okay. Freedom Mentor, real estate investing, okay. All topics to talk about. Our private equity, financial independence. See what it says for financial independence. And you can see it states you've had peaks and valleys. All right. Financial freedom book, fire financial independence, retire early. There you go. Okay. Is that more helpful now, guys? Going back to the PowerPoint. We'll do a recap and reevaluate everybody here in a second when we get back. Okay, I'm not going to go back right now. So anyway, so Google Trends allows you to do effective keyword searches, related queries, see what else other people are searching for, stronger keywords. You can do 12-month trends on this stuff. There's a whole lot of other stuff you do. It's free, okay? Free for that asset. So it's kind of a cool tool for your marketing. And then number 10, one of my personal favorites is text and SMS marketing, okay? Now, we had Darren Adams on a couple weeks ago from Infusionsoft. Keep talking about one of the cool things he does. I like Mobit is what we use. I've also used Fix Your Funnel. Now I like Mobit.com as a way to market to people because it's a shorter number. Okay, you've seen like a 5-digit number. My number that we use in Mobit is 72,000. So it's a short number. So it's easier for people to see. So like you see, if you're watching the video here of me, in the bottom, you can see Scott Carson text notes to 72,000. Text deals to 72,000. I've got 10 different keyword searches or keywords that I've purchased with Mobit that I can use when I'm marketing. So I use this a lot, especially if I'm speaking in front of an audience. Okay, like I'm giving a presentation. Hey, if you'd like to get my slides, just text the word slides or deals or notes to 72,000 and I'll send you my slides. Okay, plus I'll send you link to 40 hours of free training, okay? You put it on banners. I've used this at workshops too. We put something up on our table. Hey, text notes to enter into our contest or text deals to get on our deal list. So we'll send you, let me know your top 3 deals states, okay? Fix Your Funnel is a great thing too. It's a little bit cheaper, but it gives you a full 10-digit number. And I like that. It's nothing wrong with it if you've just specifically got some time to share, but I want to try to keep it simple with the 5 digits. So either one works. Picture Funnel's cheaper. It's $49 a month. I pay the cheapest on Love is $127 a month. So yeah, obviously, budget mindset, you may want to do the $49 and see what kind of numbers they have available, because that's good for one number and one keyword. I'm paying for the $72,000, but I have 10 different keywords for different funnels that I use. So it's really a great thing, because then they opt in. You capture not only their number, their email address, and first name, but now you can market to them. Now it's even easier said too. I like to text them out before a webinar if I have something going on. Hey, I've got new deals, or hey, thanks for talking. I've got a new episode available. Go here. I've got a new video available. Go here. So you're going to get charged per text message. Fix Your Funnel charges you 4 cents per text message. I buy my text messages in bulk, usually 5,000 to 10,000 on Mobit. So that, because we hit, I mean, if I've got a couple thousand people opted in, I get to narrow it down to who I want to send out to at a given time. So Mobit, great. Fix Your Funnel, great as well too. But great way to have something. If you find a number like, hey, listeners, hey, audience, get on my list so you know when we have stuff available. Text pod to 512, whatever your number is, wherever you want the number to be. And it's a kind of a cool thing for you to use and have in different places. Okay? But basically, that's the 10 tools that we talk about. So let me do we're going to stop the share. And we'll go back here, and I'll reshare it and bring it back up. We'll do a quick little recap for those out there as well. Okay? All right. So once again, oops, hang on here. We'll do this. So top 10 tools that we like to. Why did it go back to there? Anyway. There we go. All right. Top 10 tools. Calendly is number 1. Canva is number 2. Calendly is the calendar for your booking. Canva.com for images. Liveleak.com will take your Facebook live video and share it across different groups and profiles that you have there. Okay. Cheap, $19 a month. Repurpose.io will take your Facebook live videos and upload them to YouTube or Dropbox. It'll also create those nice square images. It'll also link into your videos you do on your Facebook business account and pull the captions off that, so you can upload those to Instagram stories or Instagram TV. That's $20 per month. LinkedIn, free account, great way to search, to find people in your niche, to connect with them. Tell them you got a podcast, share articles and blogs. That link back to, oh, that's a great thing too, the article side of LinkedIn. When we have one of our episodes gets transcribed fully, we don't use the full transcription. We just go on and use the first usually 2 to 3 paragraphs of the link back to the episode. So, but we use the image that we've created in Canva. So that's a great thing to use with LinkedIn as well to your audience. Easy to find potential listeners in your audience. Also LinkedIn groups to find if there's groups for photographers or fitness and wellness. Great way to do that. And that's a free account. Buffer.com isn't free. Well, they do have a free version of it, but you can't do too much with it. I like this because you can pre-schedule across different social media profiles with links, topics. We do this with our podcast episodes and the Ego Baked. That's $15 a month is what we're paying. You can go to a higher amount and have some extra users on there. 7, Restream.io. All right. This allows for me to go on and either live stream across multiple, either Facebook, Twitter, YouTube at the same time, and it'll bring in the conversation all into one spot, which is really kind of cool. Or what I like to use it more is I use Restream if I'm going to be gone for a while. I'll use it to automatically, I'll upload videos to it and schedule events, and I'll automatically live stream those videos out there. Okay, across YouTube, Facebook, Periscope. It's really kind of cool. Plus, there's a whole lot of other things for those that do games, and there's like 30, 40 different ways that it'll Restream to out there, and we only just use just a portion of that. Okay. That's $19 a month is what we're using. YouTube Community, great little new thing YouTube's just added to help you communicate with your subscribers. We've been using that and seeing our subscribers go up quite a bit each month on the YouTube channel, which is nice. Okay. And then of course that's free. And then, of course, number 9 is Google Trends, which I showed you guys briefly there to check out word searches on different topics that you're having. And then also text messaging or text message or SMS marketing. Okay. Mobit and Fix Your Funnel, 2 tools that we've used. I use Mobit more so these days than I use Fix Your Funnel. But I think Fix Your Funnel is a better way for you when you're first starting off something budget mindset out there to help out there as well. So any questions, comments, concerns about those tools, everybody? I know you just blew my mind. That's funny. Well, Jill, I hope you got number 7 there. Lucy, I mean, the thing I wanted to talk about this tonight with this is this. Look, we all have big goals, and we treat our podcast like it's a business. Okay, it's indifferent, and what we do is become a big part of what we do at We Close Notes, my main company with our education, our training, things like that. But you don't want to wait till the first of the year to start doing some stuff. Okay, and you don't necessarily need a VA to do this, Lucy. You just do yourself a favor, jump on and spend a little time each day with this. I'll give you an example. You don't have time for all of it. Okay, stop for a second. You do have time. Okay. What we're talking about, like once you go set Live Leap up once, you don't have to set it up every time. When you set up Restream once, you don't have to go and reset it all up. Some of these things I'm giving you are very simple things that you can do once or twice. It's set up and you're doing it, or you're doing it at the times of the day or the evening. If you want to hire a VA, great. But what's your podcast do? Learning curves, I can understand, but that's why you've got to play around with it. You weren't a great podcaster with your first episode. Maybe you were, and maybe you weren't a great dancer the first time you danced. You probably said that some people stuff. You weren't probably a great kisser the first time you kissed somebody. I'll stop it there. You get better at practice, okay? I'm just going to leave it there. Riding a bike, you practice. You need some training wheels. That's why I'm telling you these guys, some of these great things are easy, they're cheap, they're free in some cases, things that you're going to probably spend time with in as an entrepreneur anyway to help you out with that kind of stuff, okay? But play with it now, because one thing I always hear, whether it's at New Media Summit or Podfest or Podcast Movement or on these people like, oh, I don't have the time. Well, take the time, make the time, all right? And the only reason we've been able to really grow this show to where it's been the No Closer Show, my podcast, obviously, is that we take one tool and we implement it. We figure out the best way to set that up. Yeah, I gave you 10, it blew your mind. I don't expect you to implement them all in a day or a week, but you can take one and implement one a week. Oh, let's play around with this a little week. And then it just becomes on your marketing calendar, your marketing schedule for everything. That makes sense? I mean, if you're going to New Media Summit, you're probably going to try to get booked on shows. Well, hey, you don't have to rely just on the 150 people at New Media Summit. You can jump online, like I showed you on LinkedIn, to use that as a free tool to book yourself or to grow your audience. Okay? Some great stuff there for you. All right? Any other questions? All right? Any other questions for anybody out there? Hopefully this is helpful. This is just kind of a drop in the bucket to what we're really going to be covering a lot of the podcast. The mass media mastermind that we're doing, like I said, September 30th and October 1st in Orlando. Love to have you if you're already a podcaster. $250 per person. It's really cheap and expensive. Yeah, I know people are traveling, stuff like that. That's why we just wanted to make it a true mastermind. 50, people that are really focused on doing things and sharing best practices. Because a lot of the best practices I get are coming from sitting down with people that are doing stuff on a regular basis. So love to have you. If you're interested, guys, that would be great. Drop me an email. I'll be glad to add you, send you a link over to get started. Otherwise, hopefully you enjoyed tonight's Podcasters live stream. That's all I've got, unless you guys have any other questions or comments, or questions you want to talk about or pick my brain on. I'm glad to hang around here a few extra minutes, help answer any questions. I can bring you on live, too, if you want to ask the question live. Have a good evening, Lucy. For those that are, okay. No questions? Oh, we got a question here. Michelle wants to come on live. Okay, me, please. All right, I'm going to turn you into a panelist, Michelle. All right. Boom. Promote to panelists. So hopefully you've got your webcam and your mic there ready to rock and roll. There she goes. What's going on, Michelle?
Hi. Hanging out with the North Idaho crappy internet, so bear with me here. So here's my question real quick. Month into podcast, you've completed the course. Yay you, rah, rah, rah. I feel like I'm a middle school, junior high school student with all these tasks to be done. And I can't seem to organize them. As much as I make a checklist, it's like there's a tornado of Post-it notes in my head.
Right.
I keep thinking, oh my gosh, I have to do that, and I have to do that. And in my head, I think one day there's going to be a whole schedule of, on Monday, you do, this, and this. And on Tuesday, you do this, and this. But there's like 1,000 tiny little things that have to be done to keep all the cogs going. And I'm struggling with putting that together.
That's a great question. I love it. So one of the things that I did early on is I kind of put together like a 30-30 matrix. Okay. And all I did was I said, okay, what are 30 things, or what are the 40 things that we need to do at least monthly? Okay. Some we're doing daily, some we're doing weekly, some we're doing monthly, right? Okay. And then I put all those topics across the top. And then I just do day 1 through 31 on the left-hand side. Okay. And so if you have a VA or an assistant, then you can check off, okay, we do this every Monday. We record, and I need you to upload the video to YouTube on Tuesday. So we upload the video to Tuesday. Or I need you to post on Instagram every day at a time. You know what I mean? So just creating a spreadsheet. I may actually be able to share it. Let me see if I can find it here real fast. Give me 1 second. But we use this with a lot of our marketing on the real estate side here. So here's the things to do. And I always kind of judge myself. I count every time we do something as a point. So if I got 90 clicks or 90 little things, markers, that means I got an A for the month. That means I was doing basically 3 things a day. Okay.
Right.
But this was one of the easiest, and I didn't create this. Actually, I got this from a guy by the name of Roland Frazier years ago, who taught me a lot of marketing. We're talking back to 2004, 2005, but this is still a great thing to kind of help you organize your week. Because here we go. Let me pull this up. All right. So, and I'll just email this over to. If you drop me an email, Michelle, I'll just shoot you this thing, and you can edit it and tweak it however you want to. But that was thing. 30 things, 30 by 30 is what we call it.
Okay.
And is Excel going to open up here? My computer's been acting weird.
I'll send you an email.
Yeah, but I'll pull it up there because there's probably some other people want. Here we go. So it's trying to open up here in a second. Come on.
Okay, good.
It doesn't help that I got like 20 different spreadsheets on assets. and property removing. All right, give it a second here. But that was I felt the same way. We always hear about SOPs, standard operating procedures. And you could literally go through and create one for all 5 days of the week if you got somebody. But this was a much easier checklist that you can just pin next to somebody's desk each month.
Awesome.
And then you've got 12 of them. Okay, what do we do? Do we need to increase this more? Do we take away?
Yeah.
And this way it kind of helps you stay on task. Because sometimes there's stuff to do each day. And some of these things you'd only do like once a month. Like if you have like every Wednesday night, you're going to be on the Podcasters live stream. Okay, let me show this here to you. I think you and others will get this, enjoy this. So, come on, there we go. All right. So you see I've got email database all the way to thank you notes, LinkedIn contacts, press release, do Google Plus post. This is an older version of this. Set up buffer for the week, Twitter posts 3 times a day, calling asset managers is something we do, attend a live event, emails out, LinkedIn groups, Instagram asset posts on like a property we had, Bigger Pockets, meetup groups, all sorts of things across the top, and then just the days of the week, days of the month on the left-hand side. Then you'll just check it, just put it next in there.
I like it. Okay, that's easy. I can do that.
Yeah, and that way you see, it'll adjust some, but at least it allows for you to kind of stay on time. And if you've got a VA, you can say, hey, you can see where they're at in their schedule for helping you out with some different things.
Right. Okay, very cool. Thank you.
You're welcome. And you might, if you're going to do that, you might want to go up here and color coordinate some things, like the greens are daily. Maybe the smoothies are just once a week. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
All right.
Cool beans.
Everything else going with it? You had a good launch?
I had a great launch. It has been such a whirlwind the last couple of weeks. I swear to God, I was made to podcast. I don't know why it's taken me so long to get here, but I wake up wanting to not go to my day job. And I want to just do this. I just want to do podcast stuff, but I still have to, I don't know, eat and pay the bills. But I just am enjoying it. And I just want it to grow organically all by itself and see where it takes me. But I'm having so much fun. I've met so many cool people and I just dig it. And I've been getting these text messages or Facebook messages from people that I don't know that said, hey, I cried last night, driving home. Thanks for making me cry, or, whatever, or really enjoyed the show. And I'm glad you put it out there and it's like, it's just so overwhelming. And like, that's what it's about.
Well, that's exactly what it's all about. Congratulations. So
thank you. I just love it.
Once you get the podcasting thing down, you know what you're going to have to do next, right?
What?
You're probably going to have to create a couple online courses or a couple online classes for some things for your listeners.
Yeah, well, I figured they could tell me what my plan is, to grow it and let them tell me what they want.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
And then it should be, all we got to do is put it together. They told us what they wanted, and then we put it together in a fashion that they want and give it back to them.
Exactly.
Awesome.
So,
yeah.
All right. Have a good evening, Michelle.
I don't want to take up your time.
That's all right. Anybody else got any questions they want to ask? I'm going to jump on here before we wrap it up for the evening here. It's after 8 here. I'm getting hungry.
Yes. Go eat some. Had blueberries for dinner, by the way. As I was listening to you, eating my blueberries.
There you go. Team Blueberry.
Rock on. Bye.
All right, anybody else got any questions? George, Gerald, Jay, Lily, Sandy, Steph, Steven, Wayne. Anybody else got any questions there before we wrap it up for the evening? All right, no questions, no comments. Thanks for joining us on Podcasters Live Stream. Hopefully it was helpful. 10 tools, implement them, do something with them. One tool alone can help you really grow your stuff out there and just really kind of help you stand out from the crowd, everybody. So, and we use these in all sorts of things, just not in podcasting. We use it in our other marketing for our businesses and things like that. And they just come in really, really handy. So have a great evening. Thanks for listening. Thanks for participating. And we'll see you guys all at the top, everybody. Bye.